Students, so in this short video we'll continue our discussion about fuels, and before we do that, let's review what we saw in the previous class. So in the previous class we learned about fuels, and I told you what fuels are. So fuels, we are all very familiar with fuels which are gas, petroleum, wood, and I also said that we'll classify nuclear fuels into this because we harness the nuclear energy, and I gave you the definition for fuel, which is a substance which can produce energy, right? I mean, which is a substance which can produce energy, usually in the form of heat, and then we also saw that in general fuels, while they are getting, when they are heated, they give products, and usually they fuels usually contain carbons and hydrogen, and as a result of which, when we burn fuels, you produce carbon dioxide, water, and maybe some other byproducts like sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide. And remember, all these oxides of carbon and sulfur are quite dangerous. So, and we also saw how fuels can be classified. First, on the basis of their occurrence. So we said it can be called as primary fuels, and the second one was secondary fuels. Secondary fuels or primary fuels. Okay, very good. So we said that primary fuels are those fuels which occur as is in nature, and we can use them without further processing, like for example wood, coal, petroleum, and so on. And there are secondary fuels which you need some amount of processing before they can be used as fuels, right? And we also saw what are the characteristics of and then on the basis of the physical state, we said fuels can be as solid fuels, liquid fuels, and so on. And then we also saw what are the characteristics of a good fuel, which is like, which has high calorific value, which have less amount of moisture content. Then I think I remember about ignition temperature should not be too high or too low, but it should be somewhere between, and there should not be any waste that is coming out, so there should not be any non-combustible matter, and so on. So here we will continue our discussion on the same, and now we are going to look a little more about fuels, and we will primarily talk about two things which are called as conventional fuels and non-conventional fuels. Conventional fuels and non-conventional fuels. So conventional அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்னா, conventional அப்படின்னா நம்ம ஜென்ரலாக எதை ஃபியூவல்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ யூஸ்வலி, ஸோ வாட் வி ஹவ் பீன் யூஸ்ட் அஸ் ஃபியூவல் ஃபார் ஜென்ரேஷன்ஸ். நம்ம வந்து நிறைய நேரம் இந்த இதுதான் வந்து நம்ம ஃபியூவல்ஸ்னு சொன்னாலே நம்மளுக்கு என்ன தோணும்? we will only think about petrol, kerosene and things like that. So they are called as conventional. That is, these are fuels that are present naturally. These are fuels that are present naturally on the earth's crust. On the earth's crust. And they have been used as fuels for some generations. Like I think from the time man had been on the planet, we have been using them as fuels. And so most of these conventional fuels are also called, are usually either they are directly fossil fuels or either derivatives of these fossil fuels, or either or derivatives of these fossil fuels. Okay, so just in case you want something that you can write, let me just see if I can get something up for you. Okay, so let's see if I am able to paste this here. Okay, so very good, my mouse doesn't work. Okay, just hold a second. I don't know why this is not working. Okay, anyway, okay, so just hold on a bit. I'll just close this and then come back again. There is some problem with respect to pasting text. I don't know why this is happening, so just hold on a bit.